Well, hello there. So today, I kind of had an epiphany. I was out shopping looking for pants because I have an entire closet full of clothes that I bought, but yet I don't have a single pair of pants that meets my criteria. I'm just gonna go buy some pants. How hard can it be? I went to the mall, looked around, not a single freaking pair of pants for me to wear. I tried on at least 84 different pairs, and this leads me to a series I believe I'm going to call Girl Problems. Girls are faced with a very interesting set of problems I don't think boys have to face. At least not most boys. Because of this, I feel like sharing all of my girl problems with you. Actually, I've made a list. My first of which being the problem I encountered today, pants. More specifically, leggings. Now you figure, how hard can it be to find a thin material type of pant to put on with a sweater or a t-shirt? It's really hard. I'm not an Amazon woman by any standards. I'm pretty tall. I'm like 5'8"-ish, but I'm not like basketball tall. So I don't understand why every single pair of leggings that I put on is at least 4 inches too short in the leg, and the crotch is like MC Hammer pants. I don't know why it's so hard to find a pair of pants that doesn't make me look like I have 2-foot tall legs. It's very uncomfortable. Also, have you guys seen those leggings where the waistband comes all the way up to the chest? Tell me why that is. They're not high-waisted, they just have like 8 extra inches of fabric at the waist. Totally bizarre. And then you have those that have like that band at the top. What is that? It like creates instant muffin top. Another type of fashion frustration that I still can't understand is club dresses. They're meant to be sexy, right? But when it passes the line and gets a little too sexy, you start to ask yourself, how in the world do I wear this? Now there's those dresses with cutouts. Very creative cutouts, like in the front, in the back, on the arm. I recently saw an entire dress at Hottie that was actually all cutouts. There was like one piece of material that covered each boob. And it leads me to my next question. What type of undergarments would you wear in a dress like that? Everyone always tells me just buy those chicken cutlet stick-on boob things. Okay, so one time I did. I had a shirt that I was wearing for a show for 4th of July. And I thought, okay, I'm kind of a smaller chested girl, so I needed a little something there, a little support, whatever. So I put on one of those stick-on bras. It was all bad. First of all, the placement of it is completely weird. It's like, where exactly on the boob do you stick it? At the end of that whole process, I ended up with one that was slightly higher than the other, which made me look totally naturally weird. Then I got on stage, and I find myself sweating, right? Because I'm jumping up and down wearing these stupid sticky chicken cutlets that say they will not fall off. Au contraire. These things started migrating downward and fast. Now I don't know exactly how that looked to the audience, but I can't imagine that it was anything pretty. That brings me back to the dresses. I know they're supposed to be short, but how short is too short? I find myself finding dresses that are pretty modest length, you know, a few inches above the knee. I find that okay, you know, to go out at night, you know, show a little skin. Then I take a couple steps and suddenly the dress is right below the butt area. I don't know why that is. I don't think the dress is too small. I mean, I feel like I'm a small. I buy a small. When I wear it, it comes down pretty far. I take 3 steps and the dress is completely inappropriate level. It's like fallopian length. I don't know what that's about. We've all seen those girls that are taking about 3 steps and then pulling down their dress. It doesn't look cute. And we all make fun of those girls, but really, how many times have you been one? Totally not cool. Another girl problem, high heels. High heels are all fantastic and beautiful. They make you taller, they make you look skinnier, they suddenly make your legs look like you've been doing squats. I haven't. But after you wear a pair of heels for a few minutes, you find your feet giving you very strange signals. The first step, you start to get sore feet. They feel like they've been squeezed into a tiny baby hole and they're trying to get out. It's not a fun feeling. The toe box of a heel is never quite big enough. And if you do find one that's big enough, it means the shoe is too big, so you're slipping out of them when you're walking. Not cute. After an hour of wearing high heels, you find your feet start going to sleep. You get this strange pins and needles sensation underneath the ball of your foot. So you start shifting your weight back and forth, which just makes you look like you have no balance whatsoever. And then you start finding yourself not having fun anymore because your feet hurt. And we've also always seen those girls that look like their feet hurt really, really bad. That's because they do. High heels are very beautiful torture mechanisms, invented, I'm pretty sure, by men, to make us look better, but completely hate ourselves. You find yourself with a whole different set of problems. You get home, you take off your shoes, and your feet feel like they're stuck in like the position of a duck-billed platypus. None of the aftermath is cute. None of the pain and the aftermath of the beautiful high heel actually is worth the beautiful high heel. But yet we do it anyway, because they hurt so bad, but they're so beautiful. Why? Another girl problem I find myself having involving my feet, Also related probably to the high heels, ingrown toenails. Now I love myself a pedicure. I go all the time, it's so beautiful. They rub your feet and they put little oils on it and they put little pretty polish, and then they get to the point where they're cleaning under the nail. You know, they use that little sharp pointy thing that looks like a small torture device, and suddenly they hit an ingrown toenail and stuff gets real fast. It goes from being a nice relaxing day until you're praying to God you can get out of there alive because your toe feels like it's just been stabbed. Painful. Very painful. Another girl problem, leg stubble, or underarm stubble, or any other kind of stubble. I pride myself on having pretty smooth skin. I take care of it. I exfoliate. I take a lot of pride in my grooming. But all that aside, I am half Italian and half Puerto Rican, and I'm a very hairy girl. Now I know I live in the desert, but is it necessary to have legs that constantly feel like cactuses? I get like a good 5-hour window of smoothness, and after that it's all downhill. Why is it so hard? Well, Christina, why don't you just wax your legs? Well, first of all, it's freaking painful. I mean, 40-50 bucks for one area of my body just to rip the hair out? I don't like that. I'd rather spend that on a jacket, or food, or something that doesn't hurt. Another girl problem? Now that it's winter in Vegas, it's constantly windy. It's windy all the time. And even if it's not windy, you go outside, suddenly it's windy. This raises a serious problem. Lip gloss plus wind is never okay. The reason is because your hair does this and it whips all over your face. Completely ruins your makeup. Does not look cute. And suddenly, whatever lip color you're wearing is all over your cheek like this. And you're left walking around outside with your lips like this because you don't want your hair to get into your lip gloss. So you just look like a complete idiot. Another problem with lip gloss is on stage, lip gloss doesn't happen at all. You're jumping around, the fans are blowing, you're whipping your hair back and forth like Willow Smith, and suddenly you get a giant chunk of hair right smack dab in your mouth. I've actually choked on my hair before. On stage, not cute. Now that I think of it, lip gloss is never really practical. You can't eat with it, you can't go in wind with it, you can't kiss anyone with it. You can't really do anything with lip gloss except for look like you just had a really oily sandwich. Well, I think for today I've ranted enough. And also I'm a little late for work, so I better get to going. But I just want to list a few more things I wrote down on my list of girl problems. Self-tanner stains, self-tanner smell, the look of forgetting about putting on self-tanner so you look like just a giant marshmallow, stretch marks, bras, not comfortable, pimples. I'll wake up with a giant pimple on my forehead, it won't go away for 4 days. I pop it and it still comes back. While on the other hand, my man gets a pimple, it's gone in like 30 minutes. I don't understand. Bruises. Now I'm a pretty clumsy girl. I'm constantly running into doors, tables. I'm always injuring myself, and it doesn't take much to get a giant bruise on my leg, and there is no covering that up. Heavy purses, not fun. It's like no matter how much I clean out my purse, it still weighs 86 pounds. And it's not like women's clothing ever has pockets that you can put your stuff in. Even if it did have pockets, women have way more stuff to carry around. It's like, how is my itty bitty pocket on my jeans gonna carry my powder, my lip gloss, my cell phone, my money? Do I have money? So that's the end of my girl problems, my fashion frustrations, and beauty bothers of this week. If you have any solutions to any of the problems I mentioned in this video, please feel free to comment below, because Lord knows we all want to know that. Second of all, if you have any girl problems, whether it be fashion or beauty related, or just girl problems in general, that I did not mention in this video, you would like me to mention in the next video, also comment below. Because, you know, there's never enough girl problems to complain about. I'm off to work to suffer in my high heels and deal with my strapless bras falling down, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. I think I'm done, babe.